Hi, and welcome to another Yin Yoga class. Today we have a sequence to help us to improve our digestion. So you can practice it at any time during the day and hopefully with empty stomach. So it can be before eating or 2 hours after eating. So find your comfortable seated position. Today we don't need any prop unless you know that it's in your practice to sit on something or a blanket if you need it. But for the specific practice, we don't need any prop. Good, so find your way to a comfortable seated position, closing your eyes. Using these moments to arrive to the mat, to let go, to feel yourself heavy on the mat, observing and scanning your body, acknowledging your breathing, observing how the body moves when you inhale, when you exhale, trying to even up those inhalations and exhalations and perhaps extending the exhalation more than the inhalation. Using the relaxing effect of the exhalation to start getting into your body. Taking a few moments here just to be, to feel, to observe. And gently blinking your eyes open. We will find our way to the top of the mat, the front of the mat. We're going to do a pose that usually is not quite common to practice in a yin class. It's more common to practice it in a yang class, in a more dynamic class, but still we can incorporate some more active poses to a yin practice. So let's come into the squat, malasana, or the yogi squat. You can open your legs, your feet as wide as you need, and you can use your elbows to just avoid the knees to come in. So we are not actively pushing the knees back. We're just supporting the knees so they don't come forward. For some of us, maybe having the heels down to the floor is quite challenging. So what I do is I abduct my hips. I open my legs wide and externally rotate your feet out. That can help us to come a little lower into the squat, and maybe closing your eyes or finding a focal point on the floor. We will be here only for another minute or so. For us, especially, we don't practice a lot of yin for the hips mainly. This can be quite challenging. So try to find that sweet spot where you feel the pose being effective without being too much or too little. And allow your hips to sink down heavy towards the floor. Today we're going to be compressing the abdominal area, so we're going to be doing forward folds and twist mainly. Only a few more moments. And softly placing your hands on the floor, coming into tabletop, and pause here. Just observe, be aware of any change, of any sensation that you may have in your ankles, your knees, your hips. Dropping your weight to one side, we're gonna come into half shoelace. We have options for this pose. So either we can have a more open shoelace with, you're gonna place your right foot on top of your left knee. Otherwise, you can bring your right knee on top of the left one. This will be the half shoelace. And then we're gonna start dropping our torso forward. We want to use this leg a little higher than this one to press the abdominal area. So this is what we aim to have. If your knee doesn't make it all the way to the other knee, it's okay, as long as you can keep the legs as close as possible, hopefully squeezing your abdominal area against the thigh. Keep your left leg soft and heavy. It will go in any direction that the leg feels like going. And then resting your hands, you can either rest your hands on the floor or palms up. Pull or push anywhere. We're just surrendering to the pose, to allowing gravity to take us deeper into the pose. Your head can be aligned with the rest of the spine, or you can drop it down. I always repeat this in all the forward folds because you can decide what to do with your head. We are not stressing the neck, so there is no reason to give it extra stress. So choose where you feel your head more comfortably. Good. So time's up. We're gonna slowly start coming with the torso up. We're gonna keep the right leg on top. We're gonna bend the left knee and place it under. And then we're gonna move the right leg on top. So options for this one, if we are getting into this pose, you can be in easy cross, which will be the right leg will be in front, just crossing your legs, and then you will fold forward. That is one option. Option two, it would be to have your ankle on top of the knee. If you have a space between your knee and your ankle and it's not going all the way down, as long as it doesn't hurt or it's not hurting your ankle, you can leave it here. Options for the torso, you can stay upright, closing your eyes, and you will be fine. Or you can decide to go forward. So choose the variation that works for your body today. We will be here for 3 minutes. Again, as I said at the beginning, we're gonna do mainly forward folds, so you will feel that you're bending over your torso, over your legs many times, because we are compressing the abdominal area. It's like giving a massage from the, with this pressure that we are applying to the organs, we're giving a massage to the internal organs to help us to improve our digestion. Hopefully an empty stomach. You can practice. This routine is a short routine of half an hour, more or less. If you're suffering from any disorder in your digestion, you can use this routine, practice for a few days and see how it goes. I have other classes that are also for digestion, except if you have, no, not except. Abhishek, you need to cut that part. When I said except if you have, no, nothing. We are kind of like halfway. So see if you can notice any difference in your torso. Of course, you're feeling a stretch in your right glute. Go back to listen to your breath if you find your mind wandering around.
Release any tension that you might be holding on your legs or your torso. Feeling yourself heavier and heavier with each moment that pass by. And very mindfully, softly, start coming back up and stop in the center as we always do. Releasing both legs to the front, stopping, observing, acknowledging before moving to the other side. So again, options here, you can have it more open, just your ankle on top of the knee and then come forward, or you can have it closer, maybe it's not exactly on top of the other one, or you can try to see if you can bring it closer to the other one. The idea is to squeeze your legs together, to squeeze from your hips, to have this leg as high as possible, and then start coming all the way forward. This foot maybe will be close to your hip, maybe a little bit more away. For all of us is different. The right foot is soft and relaxed. We come forward. Allowing the body weight to rest, the weight of the torso to rest on your leg. Finding a focal point either on your leg, your toes, your knee, or perhaps closing the eyes. That will help you to keep your mind calm and steady. Only a few more moments. And gently start moving your torso back up. Pause. Feel. And then moving to the other posture. So again, options to have easy cross with the left leg in front, or to have your right leg under, the left leg on top, having the ankle on top of the knee above the ankle. Ideally is that your ankle is really on top of the knee. Sometimes I see people struggling and trying to do this. So we create a lot of extra tension in the lateral side of the ankle, which is a part that we don't want to press a lot. This is not the area that we're targeting. So if you find yourself hanging here, maybe it's a better idea to come to easy cross. That will relieve and release the stress that we have here, and we actually go forward in a more effective way. If you can place it here with no issues, your knee is happy there, even if we have a gap, it's fine, then you can start coming forward. And let me start. We will be in this pose for about 3 minutes. We're halfway through. And what I love of holding poses for longer and longer periods of time is that at some point you start really feeling your body heavy and sinking down and relaxed and surrendering and entering to different dimensions of your own skin and tissues. The more advanced we are in the practice, the less postures we practice in one go, because the more time we are in them. And very mindfully start leaving the pose. So moving your torso upright, stopping for a moment, pausing, observing, feeling. We're gonna let go of both legs to the front. Remember to move slower than you think you should move. We're gonna start making our way down to the floor. It's not Shavasana time yet. We're gonna bring our knees to the chest for a minute here. Pressing your knees. This is a great pose to do. Every time I feel my stomach kind of like funny or maybe bloated or some kind of discomfort, pressing the knees against the abdominal area can relieve some of those discomforts. So you can stay here for 1 minute. You can, of course, stay longer when you need it. Good. So for the next set of poses, again, we have options. You know that I like to offer you options and you are responsible of your practice, so you can choose. So option 1, you can bring your ankle, same that we did on the floor. Actually, we're going to repeat here, but now we are in a reclined position. So your ankle on top of your knee. Options here to keep your foot on the floor, the left foot on the floor. So this is option 1. Option 2, hug your thigh. So you can grab your thigh, stay here. Grab your shin. This is another option. So you have 3 options there. Option 4, you can cross the knee, the right knee on top of the left one. You can come up. I'm gonna use this moment to start the timing here.
You can come up and grab your ankles with your hands and then let go your head, your torso, your shoulders down to the floor. So we have 4 variations, 4 options to choose from. See which one suits you better and then commit to stillness. This is recline shoelace. Again, our arms are heavy because we are relaxing them, allowing gravity to pull them down. And when they pull down, they bring the legs closer to our abdomen, closer to our chest. So we are compressing the lower abdomen here, keeping your ankles and your legs relaxed and soft. You can close your eyes or you can gaze at the ceiling. I have a few more moments in this recline shoelace or variations. And from this position, we're gonna start moving towards the other pose. So since I gave you different options for your legs, if you are in any of the 3 previous options where your ankle is on top of your knee, actually wherever you are, we're gonna go to the same direction. It will look different. So if you're in any of these variations, you're gonna start moving your hips towards your legs towards the left. So we will twist and you will go all the way until your right foot is flat on the floor. If you are holding your knees together, you may want to keep that spiral sensation and bring both legs down to the floor. So wherever you are, anyway, we're dropping our legs to the left, extending our arms. If the knees make it to the floor, if you are in this variation, fine. If they don't make it to the floor, fine. Allow them to be where they can go. As long as we are shifting the level of the pelvis in relation to the level of the shoulders, we are in a twist. 2 minutes in this yummy position. I love twisting, I love stretching all these areas. And on top of that, because our legs are in the way, we are also flexing the pelvis, which is squeezing the lower abdomen. But for now, more than the flexion is the torsion, where we are aiming to get the benefits from. "30 seconds remaining. Enjoy the last moments of the twist. And mindfully bring your legs to the center. Undo your right leg wherever it is. Pause, maybe allow your knees to come towards each other. Give some time before moving to the other side. So you can choose same variation that you did in the previous leg. You can choose something different depending on how your left side feels. So options, just to remind you, your ankle on top of your knee, leaving your left knee heavy and soft, sole of your right foot on the floor. Option 1. Option 2, hug your thigh with your hands. Option 3, hug your shin with your hands. Option 4, bring both knees together, grab your ankles. Let me just start the time here. There you go. And drop back down. 2 minutes in any of the options. Remember, I give you options so you can choose what suits you, what it feels effective. It's not necessarily what it feels easy. It's not about too much, but also it's not about too little. It has to be just right to be effective. That place when we feel that we are actually working on something physically, energetic, emotional, mental. And once you have found that shape, closing the eyes, breathing calmly. Do their magic. And very softly, if you're holding your legs, let them go. Remember, we're going to start shifting now towards the right side. So if your left foot is on top of the right knee, we will drop until the left foot meets the floor. Or if you're with your knees on top of each other, we will drop our legs all the way to the left and extending the arms in a T position. Eyes closed or open. Two minutes here. Thirty seconds more. See what is arising in your body, in your mind. Without reacting, without elaborating, just observe, acknowledge, and let go. Great. So wherever you are with your legs, come back to the center and pause. We are about to finish here. So for the last time, just hug your knees to the chest. Every time we do a twist, we want to kind of like level up with the symmetrical movement of the spine. We were moving to different directions before. And from here, we let go our legs into Shavasana for about 2 minutes in Shavasana. If you have more time to stay in a longer Shavasana, please do so. Yeah, usually when I teach these classes, I only guide you for 2 to 3 minutes, knowing that if you have the space and the time, you will stay here for a bit longer. My Shavasanas usually are from 8 to 10 to 12 minutes, depending on how much I've been practicing before. Where for these minutes, for these moments, just close the eyes, feel your body heavy and softer. I will leave you here in this space of silence so you can be with yourself for a few moments. Softly, mindfully, start moving your toes and your fingers, your hands, your feet, lengthening, stretching your body out. Bringing your knees to your chest and rolling to one side just to support yourself to come back up. Thank you so much for practicing this with me. I hope it will bring some health to your digestive system, some relaxation to your mind, and I hope to have you back here in another practice very soon. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day. I hope you have enjoyed this class. If so, please let me know by clicking the like button down below and subscribing to this channel. Also, remember to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new video that I post every week. And if you have any request or any comment, any question about yin yoga and functional anatomy, leave me a comment below this video and I will be happy to reply and to create content about it. Thank you so much, and I will see you very soon.